What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We have a 8-game main slate for tonight. It should be a 9-game main slate, but for some reason FanDuel put that Royals and White Sox game on the early slate, even though the game's at 8 o'clock. I think they had it listed as 2 o'clock Eastern. So just a, pretty big mistake out of them. Pretty decent game to pick from too. I would have liked it if it was on this slate, but it's not. So we also have 2 weather games to pay attention to. Baltimore and Philadelphia games have rain around, so we're going to have to check in closer to lock to look at high-res models. And then we got the Coors game. We had De Jong all over the place last night, homered, but, everywhere else was kind of, a letdown. We scored a bunch of points, but just fell short. Hopefully we can change things. Coors Field series can be, either awesome or exhausting because you got to spend up and you got to pick from the game, and sometimes the games don't score as much as they should. And you're wasting a lot of money, but then sometimes, the games are going to be like 10-8, and it's going to pay off. So hopefully we can have that game pay off tonight. Hopefully the Cardinals can show a better game than they did last night. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed. I do appreciate it. We also have the first round of the PGA playoffs, FedEx Cup playoffs tomorrow morning. I will have golf content on my site tonight as well. For pitcher, Verlander, an easy play. He is a lot, 11,300. So is Alcantara of the Marlins. I like Verlander a little bit more. It's going to be hard to get Coors Field guys with Verlander, but Verlander's safer. There should be a way to get a couple Cardinals in your lineups, even with Verlander. We're going to have to wait for confirmed lineups, but there's, usually some good spend downs. Verlander's just been so consistent. I mean, look at this game log. He's gotten over 43. He's gotten 43 or more fantasy points in the last 6 games. 7 straight quality starts, 7 straight wins. You got to pick him. I mean, he's a huge favorite. He's at home. The Rangers, not too much to offer there outside of Corey Seager and Aroldis Garcia. But Verlander should have no issue. Spend up on him and just try to figure out the cheap bats. I'm going to go back with Goldschmidt here. I know it's going to be hard to get him in with Verlander, but you gotta forget about last night. All he did was draw a walk. He's got an elite matchup again tonight. He's projected to score the most points on the slate once again. You can't hold grudges in DFS. You got to just expect him to go off. The other NL MVP guy, Austin Riley, was the guy last night. He torched the Red Sox. It doesn't mean Goldschmidt can't just torch the Rockies tonight, though, and make up for it. I still like him. I'm hoping he pays dividends tonight. Going back to him on Prize Picks, too, I got a lot of trust here. This number doesn't seem right. Over a half RBI for him. It's just a giant over-under. He's batting third. Guys should be on base. So, he's going to have a great chance of driving guys in tonight. He has 84 RBIs on the year. So he's averaging more than a half a RBI per game, obviously, because they haven't played 168 games. So this seems to fall in his favor. I'd like this number really on any given night. The fact that it's here on Coors Field night, we're going to hammer that over half RBI. I don't think it's right. It should be 1, in my opinion. Then we're going to get cheap, go back to Paul De Jong. He was the only guy who didn't really disappoint us last night. 2,800's too cheap, righty-lefty matchup. They haven't projected 7th. He might be 6th. Could have Albert Pujols in there at 6th. Pujols could be a nice spend down at the same price as well to get more action on the Cardinals. He's homered in back-to-back games. Yes, his average is atrocious. But like I was saying in yesterday's video, he's been seeing the ball well. 4 out of the last 5 games, he has a hit with all extra base hits in those games. So he's starting to see the ball well. This is another great spot for him tonight. Outfield, just the spend down here. I know it's the same. It's kind of the same play as Paul DeJong. They both have terrible averages. Eddie Rosario, Braves should be able to put up a bunch of runs again tonight in Fenway. You know, 2,300 is just so cheap. This is just a spend down. This is so you can get Verlander and have realistic good bats. Lefty-righty matchup against Pivetta. Should be batting in a good spot in this lineup. Eddie Rosario once was really, really good. Back on the Twins, hit a ton of homers. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he can find some gas left in the tank for tonight and hit that value at 2,300. Then my last play, I didn't end up picking a last play, or did I? Oh yeah, I had Stephen Kwan of the Guardians, another cheap below 3,000 guy. The Guardians are expected to score a pretty good amount of runs against Drew Hutchinson of the Tigers. They got Adam Cavalli on the other end for the Guardians pitching, and you could probably find some nice minimum guys on the Tigers. I like this game as a, spend down spot. I do think it goes over. I think the over-under is 8. Hutchinson is not good. Cavalli on the Guardians is also not good. So this could be a sneaky salary-saving game. Quan, it's 2,700. He's batting 300, should get 4, maybe even 5 at bats. And he's been really heating up. He's gotten hits in, a bunch of games. Massive hitting streak before he went 0 for 2 in Houston, but he might have been pinch hitting that game. Either way, he's been really seeing the ball well, and he has a good chance of scoring every time he gets on. So it's a good sub 3,000 play in the outfield. That'll sum up today's video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like the video, make sure you're subscribed. And let's get a nice bounce back main slate tonight. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. Peace.